everyone, it's Shan here, and welcome to a Getting Started with Custom Content in The Sims 4 video. So this is part 2 of my series, and in this video we'll be going over downloading and installing custom content. So stick around and we'll get started. Now you've found a piece of custom content that you like, how do you go about downloading it? So I'm here on Pinterest, and I found these jeans. They're trash jeans retextured. I'd really like to download them. Okay. I could go to this link here or just click here, and now this one I can already see will take me to Tumblr. So this is actually going to cover two things at once. So with Pinterest, it's not an actual website that you download things from, it's a redirecting site, so you'll always have a link to where it'll redirect you to, like a little placeholder basically. So alright, so now that I've opened the link, we're now actually on Tumblr. So we're on, here we are. This is, let's see their name, I think it's Rosie KI. That's who it's taken me to. So these are trash jeans retextured to be Max's Match. So now we'll probably go into more about the difference between Max's Match and Alpha. So Max's Match is designed so that it matches the in-game content. So you'll notice with hair, there's a definite Max's Match in Alpha hair, and I will explore those again in a little bit. So I've opened this up now, and we're going to download this pair of jeans. So this is just basic options for downloading. So there are many sites in which they will host their download link, and I've noticed most Tumblr custom content creators will probably have multiple links. So depending on what you prefer to use will depend on where you download from. So this particular person has two options. We have Sims File Share and Mega. So that's your actual download links. Now it also states here, it's always a good idea to read your little captions. So these trash jeans retextured to be Max's Match in 9 colors, and it's all linked as to where they got their palette and things from. All colors from their retrospective palette, and the mesh is required. So mesh is another term that you may not be familiar with, but that's basically the base shape of the item. So there's a bit of an idea, and some items are needed the base shape or the mesh so that you can then use the item in game. We'll go over what happens when you don't have that mesh later on in this series, but first of all we're going to go and download that, and we will go and we'll use Sims File Share right now, and you don't need to open a new tab, although sometimes you do. We'll see how it happens. Okay, so it's taken us directly to the Sims File Share download. So you can download the file that you want and the mesh in any order. It won't affect anything as long as you have both in the game. So we're going to go download, and for me it asks where I would like to download it to. So I'm just going to pop it into my March 2019 CC finds. So I have a separate folder where I want to download them to. It's up to you how you do that. You can sort it as you download it, or you could just pop it all into one file and sort it later. It's entirely up to you. So that's down. Very quick, they're not very large files. So we need the mesh now, so we'll pop it over to this one. This is somebody's website. So that's another option of downloading and finding custom content. You can go directly to the designer's website. Okay. Oh, this one looks pretty cool. Savage Sims. Okay. Great. Then custom content. Colors and styles. All colors and styles are not shown. this is a more alpha style of clothing, so you'll notice there's a lot more texture in the design, and yeah, just some of it's quite more detailed, but it doesn't quite match the game aesthetics, which is why I choose to go Maxis Match. But you'll do know I do have alpha in my game too, especially when it comes to clothing. I'm not too picky as to whether it's Maxis Match or alpha, although I don't like extremely alpha looking things. So, and we'll get into that a little bit later as well. There are levels of Maxis Match and alpha, and there's sort of some blurred lines in there as well. But we want the jeans, so we want trash jeans here. So download, that's really clear, this is good. And this is also using Sims file share, but this one here has an AdFly link. So what you want to do is if you come across an AdFly gateway, like it's just basically what they are. This is just so the creator can get some revenue off making these. So nothing really too bad. You'll get quite often there'll be an ad there. I do run an ad blocker, but I generally run it so that there will be some ads come through. Sometimes I've noticed AdFly, whether I have ad blocker on or not, you just get a blank page. So they do get their revenue off it, and because I've got it the way I've got my ad blocker set, they will always get revenue off it. I don't block everything. Alright, so what you want to do is hit, when the yellow skip ad button comes up, click on that. Try not to click on anything else because some of the ads are not always appropriate or safe, I guess. Just whoever can pay the money to AdFly to get their ad on there, they don't really pick and choose too much. So, okay, I didn't click properly. So, click on the next, on the skip ad, and it'll open it up in another tab, and it's asking me to please allow on this one. So I'm not going to allow anything. I'm just going to close it because I don't want to deal with anything there. So now we're in the Sims file share page, and we can hit the download, and we'll get that saved in the same place.
To data loss and identity loss and identity theft. The computer lock is aimed to stop illegal activity. Please call our support immediately. Important security message.
It's just
your computer has been locked up.
Repeat itself.
Your IP address was used without your knowledge or consent to visit websites that contain.
No, I just closed that in the background. It's just one of those absolute nuisance ads that can actually scare people into thinking they've done something wrong. So you just need to ignore them and know that you're not actually doing anything wrong if you don't click on anything. So how do you go about downloading from Tumblr? So we have this Casey here open here, and within this page or reblog, you don't have to visit the original, but it's always nice to do so. If you really like their content, go and give them a follow. So to easily do that, you can just hover over and then click follow, and just like that, you're now following them, and you'll get their direct feed of their basically what they post on Tumblr from their blog. Yeah. So to download it, you need to go to the download link, which you'll see here. Sometimes it says link included under the cut, so there may be like a little button that you just have to press down the bottom there to open it to reveal everything. But this one is nice and visible, and so we're just going to click on it. Now it redirected us to Sims file share, but it's gone straight for downloading. So we just click down. We'll just click where we want to put it, and it'll download. Now another thing with custom content is that sometimes they require a particular pack to use, and that's because the mesh is from that pack. Some people, when they're working with custom content, they can get the mesh to work from base game, I don't know how it's all done, but it's magic to me. But this one here, this indigo top, is quite noticeable. Requires the cats and dogs expansion pack. So it's quite a cute little top. We're going to download that one as well. This is also used in Sims File Share, so we'll go straight on there and just hit download. So on Sims File Share, in particular, when looking for custom content, you can go to the downloads, and then you'll see here we have Sims 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it's all custom content for all those different versions of the game. But under it, you'll notice there's a heap of different options. So what I clicked on earlier was to go to hairstyles. So we've got all the hairstyles showing up here, and it just shows there's no filters and things on. It's just showing all the hairstyles that have been more recently uploaded. That works. March 17. Yep, so this is like the most recent uploads of any hair that you can find. You'll notice there's like ad spots as well, so sometimes it looks like a piece of custom content and you'll be like, oh wow, that's nice, and then you realize it's actually an ad. But yeah, so just be careful that you're not clicking on anything you shouldn't. So we went and grabbed this one here, so we clicked on that and opened the link. So you're taken then to the creators page, or the creation page I should say, and if you want to follow the creator, you can do that by clicking on their name, which is just here, and you can see all of their creations, which is really handy. Quite often it'll have see more from this creator, or it says also from this category. So there's always suggestions at the side, which is where I end up in a big rabbit hole, clicking on everything that I like. Alright, so quite simply, this one, new hair mesh, so it's completely new, and so I don't need to download any other mesh for this, so I can just download this one, which is just clicking on this link here, and it will take you to this next page. So this is so they can get a little bit of revenue from ads and things. If you do purchase an account, you can, there it is, subscribe for $4 per month, and it removes all the wait time and ads and things like that. But it's only 10 seconds. Try not to open too many pages at once with it, otherwise you do get a bit of a timeout sort of thing. I've had it happen where it made me wait, like, I think it was 10 minutes. But you can open more than one page to download, but just be careful that you're not opening too many. Otherwise, the counter may not start until you're actually on that page as well. So anyway, that one's down, so we can go back. We'll just close this one. Oh, and it shows recommended downloads as well, so a lot of things that they recommend, so you can often get into a rabbit hole there as well. So now that you've wasted many an hour downloading custom content, how do you get it to work in your game? You will need to locate the folder in which you downloaded your custom content to. So for me, it was the March 2019 CC folder. And you'll notice here there are these files called package files. But I also have some that are a Unzip archive. So you will need an unzipping program. There's plenty available online, or sometimes your computer may have one already installed, and you can use that. So how do I use those ones in particular? I'm just going to sort these out by type, and I'm just going to group them all together so I know where they are. So the package files are fine as they are, the type of file that we want, but then I've got these 4 down here that are all zipped up. So I'm just going to right click on it, and I'm going to extract it here. Now I extract here for custom content. If it's a mod, I'll always put it into its own folder. So, but these are custom content. Alright, so that one's on. Where'd it go? Or midnight. Okay, there it is. So that one's here. So I can now delete the zip file. I don't need that. Delete. And I'll just go through and extract the others. Once you've extracted all of your files, just want to make sure that there's no image file or anything sitting in there. So just because sometimes they might put the thumbnail image in there as a file, or the image that they use to showcase their custom content may also be included. But I've just checked and all I've got here is package files. So I want to go back up to the level where the folder is, and I want to cut that folder. You can copy, it's up to you, depends on how you want to do it. But I want to grab the entire folder. And the reason I'm doing this is because when we go into our mods folder, so I'll just open that up here. Right. So you may know or you may not how to get to the mods folder in your Sims 4 resources. It's the same area as the screenshots are saved. So if you know how to get to it, you can jump ahead. If not, it is on this PC, Documents, Electronic Arts, The Sims 4. So then you'll notice you've got your cache, your custom music, mods, thumbnail, recorded videos, saves. So if you've got to do a backup, that's where you're going to find your saves to do. Screenshots, handy for really good thumbnails and things if you're recording for YouTube, or you want to show off your build or something. Really handy to be able to know where to access those. Tray, also if you're backing up, it's always not a bad idea to back up your tray file. And then your video camera states as well. So we don't really need to worry about any of those or any of these files. Please don't go deleting them. But we do want to go into the mods folder. Now mine is already full of mods and custom content. Yours may be empty. So what we're going to do, now the reason I have left that custom content we just downloaded into a file is so that it's easier to check what's working and what's not. So we're going to paste that one in here. Now it's just appeared down the bottom here, March 2019 custom content. Okay, so you'll notice here I have built by cats and dogs, shoes, clothes and accessories, etc. And there are a few other mods. So a lot of these ones here are script mods, and that's something we'll get into in another video series. But at the moment we're just looking at the custom content. So we have these ones. Now I already have checked through all this custom content and I know these ones are working fine. So if anything goes wrong with my game, I know that I just need to look at this file, this folder, because that is my most recently added. So we can now then go, so now that folder's in there, we can then go and load up a game. So now we've got that custom content moved into the game, we'll go and load up your game and we'll have a look at what has happened or what's going to happen if we put this custom content on. So you want to make sure that you do have custom content on within your game options. So to do that, you go to game options, other, and just ensure that these are both selected. When updates come through, quite often they'll be deselected once you've loaded the game. You need to go and enable them to get them to work again. So back to our sim here. So we've just got a pretty basic sim. I'm just going to remove all her clothing and her hair, and we'll put some new stuff on her. Mostly we'll probably do hair, and I think clothes as well. So just want to go and look for our new things. Just going to remove everything for now. Right, let's go into hair. At the moment, that's just looking like it's all base game sort of in-game stuff. If you come over here and you can go content, custom content, and that'll just show you the custom content that you have in your game. Now I do have quite a lot, but in particular I'm looking for something new. This one here. So here's usual here. Ah, we have one broken piece of custom content. So you'll notice that when an item is broken like this, your Sims will come out looking like the Joker, or a demon devil spawn version with red eyes and checker boarding with question marks all over it. And so we'll need to find that one and fix it. So that's in our next video as to how to actually go about fixing it. But for now, we're just going to look at a few that we've got. That's quite nice. And we've got different colours. We've got a few custom colours here. Again, that's quite nice. I like that. So this is the mesh version. Actually, okay, so that's the meshed one that we had to get the mesh for. That's basically the mesh version. So you'll get, when you download the mesh, you'll get their version of piping. But then this is the retextured axis match version. Oh, actually. Very nice. I can see myself using these in game, which is really good. So thanks for watching part 2 of my how to get started with custom content in the Sims 4 series. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future uploads. And don't forget, all download links will be in the description below. And in the next episode, we'll be looking at how to sort out your custom content and how to stop those pesky townies from wearing that custom content and looking a little bit odd. So be sure to stick around and I will see you next time. Bye!